How about some Monday morning good news? In just a couple weeks from now, you could start seeing some more money in your paycheck. The GOP tax reform bill that President Trump signed into law officially went into effect on January 1st. Now, the new guidelines mean lower taxes for most Americans. Greg and Kristen Taylor, our friends from Legacy Retirement Group, are here to tell us more about this and what that can mean for you. And we should also mention, you can catch their radio show. It's on at 6 and 10 on channel 610 WTVN on Saturdays, and you can hear them on Sundays rather, and you can hear them on the Sean and Kate show too on Saturdays. So you're all over the place. Well, that's good because we got to get the word out on this.
Yeah.
Got to get the word out. So the government is actually changing some laws that could help us, benefit us.
Yeah, this time of year, you know, the tax conversation kind of gets that bubbly feeling in our bellies. We dread it. You know, we dread that April date. But what's interesting is the tax break is taking the average person who's in maybe 15% bracket down to 12 and 25% bracket down to 22. And what that means is once the new chart guidelines come out next month, more money will then be on your paycheck each month, as long as you don't up your withholdings, of course. But that just means more money taken home, more money we're able to spend and put back into the economy. And I think that's the overall goal of this whole bill.
Right. In a perfect world, more money, though, you would hope that people wouldn't just go squander it.
That's right.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a perfect world. So what are you advising people to start thinking about differently?
Well, really, it's having a mindset of taking those extra dollars and putting the work for them. You know, not figuring out, where's the next place we can spend it, but now what's the best place to save it?
Right, and there are places that we should know of, and you've given us hints along the way. But what should we be doing to proactively take, you don't want to rely totally on what the government's going to do for you. So what should you be doing if you want to make sure you aren't stuck in a tax nightmare down the road?
Well, that is a good point. We don't want to rely that the government will always be able to do what seems best in our personal economy.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, those in a 15% tax bracket last year are in a 12% bracket. That's a 20% reduction in taxes. That's pretty significant.
Yeah.
So instead of putting money in a tax-deferred IRA or tax-deferred 401k or 403b if you work for the state or Ohio State here, now put it in a Roth. You pay the taxes up front now at your 12% or 15% or 22% level, but instead of having to pay taxes on what you pull out later, now in a Roth, it grows tax-free, and later on when you need it in retirement, you're going to pull it out tax-free. So if it's tax-free then, it doesn't matter what the government does with taxes in the future, you're going to be on top of it.
Well, the key there too is understanding that you're not going to see much of a difference if you think of it that way. So yes, the way it stands, you'll take home more in your paycheck, but if you switch and start saving towards a Roth, you won't miss anything. The money, the difference will be made up for with the extra in your paycheck.
And when the time comes when you really do need that money, then you've already paid the taxes on it.
Enjoy the discount now.
Exactly. All right, so what should we be doing? We want to make a new plan possibly for taxes in 2018, taking into consideration what is happening.
Well, the key here is now we're not tax planners, but we do focus on the overall retirement plan, and we work hand in hand with maybe an accountant that you already have, or we also have one at our disposal available to advise as a part of our services.
Okay.
And so getting that all working together to fit towards your end goal of retirement, or maybe you're already in retirement, and seeing what we can do to make you more efficient.
So we have an offer on the back of that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So getting people to the point where they think in the future. The Power of Zero book talks about how we can actually be retired and pay 0% taxes, which seems like a pipe dream. It's really not. We're going to offer that book to the first 10 callers.
Take advantage of that today. The number 614-336-7660. You should be looking at your taxes in a new way here in 2018, and Legacy Retirement Group would be happy to help. Thank you both so much.
Good to be here.
Appreciate it.